Welcome back to some more EU4, now playing as Italy with Dan from Dan Has Fun. So, not sure what I decided on doing last episode, but this episode, I think we're going to go and attack France. Probably a bit of a jump from where I was thinking we were going to go, but I really don't see why not. We have an absolute ton of cash, just in case things really go wrong. I don't think they will, but at least we have that as a contingency plan. Oh, Denmark suffering from the Count's feuds. Their heir and ruler both die. Not so bueno for them. Anyway, what we're going to do then, even though we have some pretty significant rebellion risk going on, Malta we're just going to hammer down. That's too much of a pain to deal with. I'd rather just give them the autonomy for now. I don't even know if we'll end up keeping it, we'll see. We do have a free military policy available. We only have one choice with the garrison system at the moment. It's cheaper fort maintenance, so it's just money. Not a great pick, but after 10 years we can change it if we get a better option. Not sure if we will or not, we shall see. Are we still funneling our units back from... Yep, we are. So we're still funneling our troops back from the Knights' territory. We also have a stack that's stuck up here because Austria, I suspect, is not going to... Yeah, not going to let us get through. When we declare war, they'll probably open borders with somebody. So we'll get around with that problem. We'll get around it. Anyway, we have enough troops right now as it is sitting by to do what I want to do. So my plan is to pick France and then get Provence in as well. What that will do is it will break our alliance with the three leagues, but who cares? But it will allow us to drag Poland in. And the best thing about this is, because France is not a great power in this game at this point in time, Spain shouldn't be able to jump in, because for them to jump in, we'd have to have a scenario where there's great powers on both sides of the war already, and one side has more than the other. So if we were to attack the Ottomans, for example, which is why we're not doing this, I would want to drag Poland in. Poland's a great power, the Ottomans are a great power, so Spain could jump in potentially, or any other great power, honestly, on the side of the Ottomans. I don't see that Spain would probably try to defend the Ottomans, given they historically hate each other. But it's not something I really want to get into. What this is going to mean ultimately, though, we're going to have to at least take this province I can't pronounce, Force Alquier, so that we can start taking French territory. If I do this the other way around, where I make Provence the war target and then co-obliterize France, Poland won't jump in, which is very rude of them. We're going to make Lyonnais the target, though, because it has a fort on it. So if we get it, it'll then be easier to keep and get the war score to drag up. The other thing we want to be cognizant of here, unlike the last war, we're going to be facing nations that do actually have a navy. We want to keep an eye out on that. I'm not worried about our big stack getting intercepted and ruined, the ones that are rescuing my troops abroad, but it's still something to keep an eye on, at the very least. So we're going to start with 63,000 troops that are going to be available straight away. We're going to wait for the stack to fill up, and we're just going to watch for when that 19,000 can come over. That's what we're going to do. We are going to claim for Lyon, conquest, invite Poland in. We would probably be able to do this without Poland, but it would be borderline, I would say. So we might as well invite them in. Nobody else will join. Sweden's too far away. Great Britain's in not actually that much debt, but enough debt that they won't join. Not that they'd be hugely useful anyway. They'd be good for the colony, I guess, but that would be about it. Bohemia definitely won't join, and obviously the three leagues is allied to Provence. So we're going to get that started. And we're going to immediately go and attack this 16k stack. Yes, it's in the hills. We're going to get a small penalty, but I still think it is honestly worth it. I'm hoping because, yeah, there we go. The three leagues will have open borders probably with Austria. We can now get through, and we're going to go and take that out straight away so we can piece them out. I don't really want any of their land right now, but it would still be good to get them out of the way. And we stat wipe Provence. Do they have any more troops? Nope, that was it. Okay. That was it. So we're going to grab these horses and get them out of the way, because I don't want them just getting involved for attrition for no reason. And we'll park our 32k stack right behind. France could go and potentially bop our troops that are coming up for the 3 leagues, but I don't see it happening. The other thing to note is in this tab. There we go. I don't know why I clicked the tab for a second there. I don't care what the coalition state is right now. We've got a lot of nations involved with this, and I'm hoping Poland, actually I'm going to even tag them for it. I want Poland to deal with this stuff because it's just a pain for us to get to. Not that the AI seems to be very good at following instructions, but we can pretend, right? I'm also hoping this will be tempting enough for them to try and attack me and I can bring in my stack. So we're going to watch patiently and see what they do. Speaking of waiting patiently... Okay. Oh god, they are battered up. Okay, so what we're going to do then... we still want to transfer these troops back, but we're going to go this way instead. This is why having the AI automatically do transport for you can be problematic. Because the AI is particularly bad when it comes to dealing with ships for some reason. We're even going to take our trade ships back temporarily and just heal them up. I don't want them getting pot shot. I don't have to worry about them if they're at port. Healing up, using up our pretty large sailor pool. They still haven't come to attack us here yet. They're parking in this province, which is interesting. We probably have enough troops here now if we wanted to. Can I click allow attach? Will you follow me? I'm hoping we'll be able to go to Lyon after this has been sieged out, because we can't move otherwise. Nope, they're not sticking with me. Fine. What's the supply limit here? 25. That's pretty bad. I don't really want to move my 32k stack there. Here is the other stack, though, that has now been rescued. I'd love to get our main navy over here so we can siege this out faster, but it still needs to heal. So we're just going to have to wait it out. We will get there eventually, though. We're mostly healed. 37k stack. They do have quite a lot of troops. Trade idea. Trade range plus 25%. I don't want to do that because diplomatic tech level 15 is very good. You get the galleon and the early frigate. And, you know, if you're playing the colonization game, it's very helpful too. We're not. Sabotaging recruitment isn't that important for us right now. It does make our ships more expensive to maintain, though. But only by 10%, so that's not a big deal. That'll be fine. I still haven't attacked my 5k stack in the hills yet. Very interesting. I thought bad things were about to happen, but it's just a 1k stack. We're okay. Let's put our 20 together with these horses for now. Because they won't get attritioned. How are we doing? Where? Yeah, Poland's not moved any troops over here. We would know if they did, because they would be giving us vision. Alas, no. Oh, the AI is not good at following instructions. These are now fully healed, so let us go bash some naval forces. I'm going to zoom out a little bit because I want to watch for that, because again, the AI does some dumb things occasionally. That's fine, though. 7 ships without a leader. That'll be a nice wipe. We got a free galley for good measure. For good measure. Okay, Toulon has been sieged. This being our light fleet was not intentional. I thought it was the other way around. It's fine. We're going to put another admiral on our main damaging naval stack. That'll speed them up a little bit. Anyway, we finally got the siege done of Toulon. We'll move one stack over. They technically need their horses back, so I don't forget. We're going to move our bigger stack over to Lyonnais, and our small one is going to stay in Dauphiné. Again, they have no leader at sea here, so even though we're using light ships and they're using galleys, we're still winning. We did lose one light ship. They lost a galley and 6 of them. So, actually, we lost 2 because we captured 1. That's still fine. Oh, there is a fight on a mountain. Not ideal, but we have massive number advantage, so that's okay. Cosimo Corsini is now a cannoneer. Artillery combat ability plus 10% is pretty good. I'd rather have siege ability plus 10%, but beggars can't be choosers. I'm gonna have my caravels go and heal, and then that way our combat stack can stay in place and bop these provincial troops. That'll work for me. Poland, have you still not gone north? No, of course not. Why would you do anything I asked you to do? It's like dealing with cats. And then, yeah, this should be a massacre. Yeah, there we go. They just ran away as soon as they could. We have more blockade efficiency for Filippo Maria Paradisi. Yes, kind of useful, but not really. Oh, what is not useful? Our Inquisitor just died. And we captured a galley. Beautiful. Who do we want to replace our Inquisitor? Do we have inflation? Not really. We don't have any gold provinces, I guess. We do have a lot of advisors to choose from, though. Wow, that's pretty awesome. A lot of them are +1s, though. Which would have been great 100 game years ago, but it's not so helpful now. None of these are hugely useful effects for us. This is probably the best. But he's Piedmontese, which means we would not be able to upgrade him. So I'm just going to take the tax guy. That'll be fine for now. We could upgrade him if we wanted to, but I'd rather keep the money in my pocket so we can go for some really great projects. This is not one of them, so that's why we're not doing it. That is not very helpful for us. I'd love to know where they're fleeing to. Do we even have any damage on this? Yeah, we do. We should heal these ships while we have a moment of them idling. Speaking of idling, what do we want to do with this 31k stack? Austrians have rebels. Definitely not bopping them for them. That sounds like a them problem. You at war with us? Sure are. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go siege over here. And we'll park a stack of our naval troops over there to help with the siege once they're fully healed. Of course he had to. The second he went into foreign territory, he died. Very annoying because you can't recruit a general somewhere that you can't build units on. And I'm going to keep very close eye on that 5k stack because I don't want them to bop this 1k stack. I'm just moving 1,000 units over so I can get a new general who's pretty good, 4342. I want to move him back across. This stack should stay in place, though. We want to make sure that this gets done. Oh, there we go, right on cue. That's Highlands. I don't need to attack them there, but that's a hill anyway. France is having their troops go towards Bourbonnais, so they're getting closer to me. I don't really want to attack them on anything other than flat ground, given how many troops they have available right now. What territory? So yeah, Auvergne's a mountain as well. Okay, we might bite the bullet and attack here. We would get a potential river crossing penalty. Do we have higher? Yeah, we do. We have a higher maneuver, so we're not going to have that problem at the very least. Yeah, just a -1 from the terrain. So given it's just -1, yeah, we have better stats across the board. So much so That was a full stack wipe. And these guys didn't even move. So I'm tempted to take them out while they're just sat there. They might, yeah, they're going to try and run away. Okay. Fine. We're going to cautiously start sieging Auvergne then. And this is fully healed up, so you're going to go and sit in place to make that siege a little faster. Bind that back together, so we have our general in the main stack. So far, this is going even better than I thought it was going to. Again, though, it's caused by the AI not being very smart sometimes, right? Yep, you're going to sit in place. Why is Poland dealing with rebels? I guess they are allies still, but I wish they weren't doing that. Speaking of not doing that, do we want to go for military tech 15? It is a really good... Level 15 for Diplo and military is really good. So, we do have the option of getting new infantry. You also get more tactics, which means more shredding of the opponent. And you get a lot more land morale too. It's a fantastic level up. The problem right now, if I was to take that, is it would tank my morale. So it's a pretty dangerous thing to do. But I think we don't have anybody near enough to us for that to be an issue. I'm going to wait until right at the end of the month and see where we see our opponent at. And that'll help me gauge if it's worth doing. Where are you going? Okay, I can't just go straight over there because of the fort. Let's get Malta converted. Hopefully they don't rebel, because that would be incredibly inconvenient. Just because of where they're located. How long is it going to take them to get converted? We'll watch. We'll see how that goes. Humming and hawing a bit about that. Okay, finally. The Three Nations main capital has been sieged. There's a 21k stack here, and I don't want to have to deal with it right now, so we are just going to force them to convert religion. I could pillage them, but that's 11 aggressive expansion, which I don't really want right now. So we're just going to make them change religion and pay us to go away. And I am fine with that. It's also in the weird scenario where it black flagged them, but it didn't black flag us. Okay, there it goes. The game does weird things occasionally like that. What are you going to do? This is only a farmland. How are we so bad at sieging this? Oh no, we're positive 49. Okay, I thought we were minus 49 for a second there. Poland's beating up the Hainaut group. That's fine. You should go over there and help. Are there any other forts for France along their southwest? I don't think there is. No, there's not. Poland is going for Paris. I'm going to go for Anjou, as it's nearby. How many French troops do we have to contend with? A nice number. We know a lot of them are over here. So I'm not that worried. Oh, there we go. We took out all of the remaining galleys that Provence had. We're going to go into Toulon, heal up. At this point, we may well be good enough to let our trade vessels go back to doing what they do best. You know, trading. Because I don't foresee us having any naval issues. Yeah, between everything that they have a total of, what, 50 ships? Yeah, I'm not worried about it. Okay. We'll keep an eye on that then. As for these guys, you're going to not get too aggressive on the carpet sieging, but just enough that I can get this dealt with so I don't have to worry about them. I don't really know what I want to do with Toulouse, because I don't want to beat them up too badly, because I don't want Spain breaking their alliance with them and eating them. But at the same time, If I break all of their alliances with them, they would be easy to take in the future. And there's some options there. Let's get our trade fleet back out doing what it does best. Where are we getting the most value? We are at Alexandria, but I don't really want to eat all that attrition. It's fine. We have enough sailors. Not a big deal. There's the French stack. I knew it had to be somewhere nearby. Once this is done, I'm going to combine these back together and use my 19k stack to deal with them. Unless Poland gets there first. That would be nice of them. They don't seem to be doing a huge amount so far other than bopping Austria's rebels, which I guess is great for them. But it's not very useful for me. And they still haven't come up here. Maybe they just don't have open borders with anybody there. That's distinctly possible. Yeah, it looks like Poland might be coming in. Oh, who can we invite in? We can invite Bohemia in. Well, why not, right? Maybe they'll have more fortune getting over here. Not like we're doing anything else with those favors at the moment. Get those merchants. Okay, yeah, they are beating them up. I doubt we'll have to get involved, but just in case, let's get that. Then I'll remove this stack back over here. I'm going to leave the other half of that over here in case they try again. Interesting they walked all the way across, though. Maybe they have open borders now with Switzerland. Probably because they hate us. Yeah, we didn't have to get in that. And Poland is chasing them down as it happens. Okay, I'm going to go take this stack over to Paris then. We still healing over here? Yeah, we are. Where are those rebels? Savoy, don't care. That's fine. The stack's going to sit here then. And this stack can go to Paris. Yeah, Poland is finally doing something useful. It's starting to shred the French army. Toulouse is captured. Let's see if we can piece them out. We're at 99% war score. I don't want any of their territory right now. Well, that's a lie. I do, but I don't want to overextend. So we're going to take some money off them. They're too big to force a religion change on. Breaking their alliance with Spain is an interesting idea, because who else are they allied to? A bunch of wimps. If they were allied to Portugal as well, it would be quite I don't know. It'd be more tempting to break their alliance with Spain if they were allied to Portugal, but they're not. I think I'm going to do it anyway, though, because if anything, if Spain attacks these guys, well, they'll keep them from attacking us anyway, right? We could force them to release the territory, but I really don't see the point in wasting our Diplo points for that. So let's just do what we do with everybody. We'll just take their money. How much money are we going to get out of this? 156? I don't want that province. Nearly got a province I didn't want. That would have been an oopsie daisy. That's fine. Okay. We have lots of open troops. It's a big stack. You're going to go to Paris. A little stack. You're going to go sit next to Paris. What the heck is going on here? I thought my keyboard had got stuck for a minute there, but no. No, it didn't. I shouldn't have cut. Occasionally this laptop that I'm on, it's really hard to describe, but what will effectively happen is, let's say I'm typing something, and the last letter I type is an A. Occasionally what will happen is it will get stuck on that button and just keep going, and the only way I've found to stop that from happening is by shut down, shut back on. I know at the time when it was first happening, I reached out to Asus, because that's who made this, and they were not very helpful. It's fair to say. They just returned it and went, yeah, it's fine. Like, great. I didn't have my laptop for several weeks, and you've just told me the thing that I'm clearly having the issue with is not happening. So, okay. They didn't offer anything else, no further diagnostics, nothing. So I was like, forget it. I just won't be buying from you in the future. Well, this has got at least this war's going surprisingly well. I didn't think it was going to be too difficult if we get Poland in, but I also didn't expect France to just keel over. They still have 61,000 troops. I just have no idea where they are. Like, not a clue. No idea. Unless they're abroad, like dealing with their colony, maybe, but I have no idea. I'm not complaining, it makes life a lot easier, but it's strange. Oh, we're trading in paper. That means it's cheaper admin tech. You love to see that. I guess we'll move our 19k stack back to Monferrato so we can deal with any of the Savoy rebels that might pop up. Great Britain's at war with the natives again. What a surprise. Anjou is finished sieging, which is awesome. Where do I want you to go? I don't want to start carpet sieging because I have no idea. Well, there's part of it. There's part of a stack, but I don't know where the rest of it is, so I really don't want to start really shrinking down. I'll split my stack in half, but I don't want to go any more aggressive than that for now. I say Berry doesn't have a fort on it. Why is the fort symbol? Okay. I think now is the time to get this military tech level 2. We're going to get it. Yeah, our morale's going to stink for a moment, but nobody is that close to us. Do we want Mauritian infantry or do we want charge infantry? Doesn't really matter. Let's get charge infantry because it's easier to pronounce. Probably not the most wise way of making a decision, but then again, their stats are the same total, so it really doesn't matter. And we'll take our stack over and go and bop Aachen off Bohemia. And then we'll have them come straight back. Okay, well, I'm actually going to properly put a cut in the video now. We'll wrap up the war against France next time around. Really appreciate you watching the video. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care now. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching the video, and if you'd like to see more, feel free to stick around.